Want to get better at English without boring textbooks? Let your brain absorb grammar and vocabulary through fun, real-sounding stories. Each one is written in simple language for beginner learners, and it's told in a way that keeps you excited from beginning to end. So, if you're ready to learn English the natural way, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell for more. Let's begin today's story. Elena had always loved ancient history. As a little girl, she used to build castles out of pillows. Later, she read books about gladiators, kings, and lost cities. And now, at 23, she was finally in Rome, the city of ruins, stories, and stone. Her first stop, the Colosseum. She had seen it in pictures, documentaries, and history books. But standing in front of it, huge, round, and broken like a beautiful scar, made her heart beat faster. She wanted to go inside as soon as possible. The line at the entrance was already long. Tourists stood under the hot sun, holding tickets and water bottles, wiping sweat from their faces. Elena didn't have a ticket yet. She had forgotten to buy one online. But she wasn't worried. She thought, maybe I can get one here. There must be a counter or machine. As she looked around, a man walked up to her. He wore a red shirt, held a clipboard, and had a lanyard with an ID card. He spoke quickly and smiled confidently. She didn't understand every word, but she heard skip the line. Only today. And special price. It sounded official enough. He pointed to a ticket in his hand. It looked real. There was even a barcode. Elena hesitated, just for a second. Then she handed him 30 euros in cash. He gave her a paper ticket and a printed map. He pointed toward a different entrance and said, "Go that way, faster line." Then he walked off to talk to other tourists. Elena smiled. She felt lucky. She followed his directions, passed the line, and reached a smaller gate. There were only a few people ahead of her. She took photos of the outside walls while she waited. The stone arches, the broken columns, the blue sky above. When it was her turn, she gave the ticket to the guard. He scanned it once, then again. Then he looked at her. The guard shook his head. He showed her the screen. It said invalid ticket. Elena's stomach dropped. The guard spoke calmly but firmly. She didn't understand everything, but she understood enough. The ticket was fake. It didn't work. It wasn't real. She couldn't enter. She tried to explain, but there was nothing he could do. She stepped aside, confused and embarrassed. She looked around for the man in the red shirt. Gone. No trace. Just more tourists, more noise, more sun. She realized she had been tricked. Elena sat down on a stone bench near the gate. She didn't cry, but her face was hot, not just from the sun. She felt stupid, angry, disappointed. She had lost 30 euros. But more than that, she felt like she had lost her trust. She took a sip of water and tried to breathe slowly. After a few minutes, she stood up and walked toward the official ticket booth. There was still a long line, but this time she waited. It took nearly 40 minutes to reach the front. She paid again, this time with her card, and got a real ticket. As she stepped through the main entrance, a wave of cool air hit her face. The inside of the Colosseum was huge and open. Broken seats climbed the walls like stone waves. In the center, the underground tunnels were still visible. Elena walked slowly, listening to the sounds of footsteps and birds. She imagined the cheers of the crowd, the sound of metal and dust, the history under her feet. And even though the morning hadn't gone as planned, she was finally here. And it was worth it. Later, she sat in the upper level and took out her notebook. She wrote, "I got scammed today. I bought a fake ticket from a man who looked official. I felt embarrassed and angry. But now, as I sit inside the Coliseum, I feel proud. I didn't give up. I trusted myself, even after making a mistake. Rome didn't forgive me quickly, but I'm still here. And that's enough." When she walked back into the city streets, Elena felt different. Stronger, smarter, wiser. She had learned a lesson the hard way, but she had learned it, and she still had the whole week ahead of her. More ruins, more pasta, more stories, maybe even more mistakes, but also more courage. Without even thinking about it, you just practiced. How to describe a travel problem. Useful past tense structures. Everyday expressions like handed him the ticket, felt lucky, and got scammed. Vocabulary for buying tickets, dealing with problems, and recovering from mistakes. You didn't study grammar, but your brain learned it through the story. That's how real English sticks. Have you ever bought something fake by mistake? Or been tricked while traveling? Tell us your story in the comments. We want to hear it. And if you like this story, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more real English, told through real stories. See you in the next one.